going to fulfill that dream. I'm going to be a champ. I'm going to get what I want.
So if you enjoy the youngsters, the up-and-comers, get out for a chance to see them again tomorrow at Times Square, 43rd Street and Broadway. And of course, admission is free. It's out in the street. They set up the ring, and it's a great program at 12 noon. So go out and support the Kid Gloves program around the city. Coming up, it's our main event. Welterweight contender Bobby Joe Young taking on Ali. Our main event, welterweights Bobby Joe Young and Ali Salaam. Scheduled for 10. Bobby Joe Young returning to the ring after knocking out Aaron Pryor a year ago. Randy has a look at Bobby Joe Young.
Steubenville, Ohio's Bobby Joe Young has been a professional since 1980. But it wasn't until August of last year that he made headlines in the sports pages. He did so by knocking out previously unbeaten superstar Aaron the Hawk Pryor, who was making a comeback after 29 months of inactivity. Young knocked down Pryor once in the first round and once in the 7th and final round, a knockdown which grounded their Hawk for good. Despite his good fortune that night, Young has not been so lucky since then. You see, fights just haven't been materializing at all.
You see, a lot of times when you win a big fight like that, you have, guys calling your manager just don't like the fights because it really doesn't have no value as far as promoting you into a title fight, and that's what we're looking to get. I'm looking to fight for the title now, to win the World Welterweight Championship, which is pretty much on the agenda and pretty much in perspective for me, because I know I can do it. I have enough left to win the title and defend it for as long as I want to fight, and that right there is the plan. And so you don't like what's behind those doors, you take the right one, and it looks like we picked the right door, and that's why I'm here in the South Forum.
It was as a 140-pounder that Bobby Joe Young last appeared in the Felt Forum. With either hand, Young could put an opponent to sleep, and that night, Willie Thomas was tucked in round 2. All of it led to a destruction of the Hawk last August and to the belief he is better than ever.
I'm a stronger fighter because I'm in my prime, and I'm a smarter fighter, and I'm using, all of my tools. Of course, you lose something with youth. I don't know what it is, because I feel great. You'd have to really watch me fight to be able to diagnose just what's slipped and what's improved. And most of all, I think I'm punching harder than I've been back then. That's how I have this little scrape on my hand, wearing 14-ounce gloves with my hands taped. Sparring, I hit my sparring partner with a right hand and, ripped a little bit of skin back off my hand. And, my manager, when I told him that's how I did it, and my trainer, they couldn't believe it. They said, nah, you had to do that hitting the bag. I said, I'm telling you, when I took the gloves off, after sparring, I looked at my hand, and a little bit of skin was just pushed back off my knuckle, and I'm ready to go, Randy.
Bobby Joe Young, a man who is in contention, and he feels that Simon Brown is ready. I think that fight is just about made, provided, of course, that he wins tonight against Ali Salaam.
We all like to dream, and Bobby Joe Young has been dreaming since he turned professional in 1980, and he feels that a victory here tonight, and a good victory, an impressive victory, will lead him to the doorstep of Simon Brown. And let me tell you, Simon Brown might be the best welterweight on this planet.
Well, certainly Bobby Joe Young proved a lot to a lot of people last year when he knocked out Aaron Pryor. But as I mentioned right at the top of the show, you wonder what happens when you let that plateau, or you come down off that plateau of that big victory.
I remember back in 1974 that Ernie Shavers, who was on his way up, a heavyweight by the name of Bob Stallings, beat him right here in this ring, and he thought, hey, Muhammad Ali's got to fight me now. You know what? He didn't fight again for 1 year. He was never the same. I hope the same thing doesn't happen to Bobby Joe Young.
Bobby Joe Young in the ring. He'll be taking on Ali Salaam. And Ali Salaam is a young man who is ready for the challenge of the contender, Bobby Joe Young.
27-year-old Ali Salaam prides himself on his quick hands and smooth combinations. In a July 1986 match at the Felt Forum against world-class Kel Robin, those fast hands and smooth combinations never were more in evidence as he blasted Robin throughout the fight, finally putting him away in the 7th round with a blistering combination. The son of former 1950s contender Henry Hank, Salaam is hoping to end a 2-fight losing streak and is ready to give credit where he believes it is due.
I have a new trainer now named Bob Evans, and he's sharpened the tools that I have. He's made the ability that I have come out at his peak performance. I'm working on settling down. My new trainer's got me settling down and getting off some real good hard power shots. So I'm working on settling down on my punches.
Being very realistic, can you see yourself with a little bit of luck winning a world championship?
Oh yes, definitely. It's within my reach. Given the opportunity, it's within my reach. I don't feel that there's a welterweight out there today that I cannot compete with and be victorious against. But I have to be given the opportunity to fight these people.
He's being given an opportunity to fight the number 6 contender. According to the IBF, Bobby Joe Young, Ali Salaam. Ready to go? Ready to go is Ed Darian with the introductions.
From the Big Apple, New York City's fabulous felt form, here at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, as Madison Square Garden Boxing. Bob Goodman, Vice President and Matchmaker, and Pat Fleming, Assistant Matchmaker, presents Fight Night's main event, a scheduled 10-round welterweight bout. The judges, Georgie Colon, Carol Castellano, and Johnny Lo Bianco. Counting for the knockdown seconds, alternate referee Fred Yusi. The timekeeper de bell is Cecilio Pedraja. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of this scheduled 10-round welterweight bout, referee Luis Rivera. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with the white lettering. He weighed in at an even 146 pounds. This gentleman has 10 wins, 4 losses with 5 knockouts. All the way from Detroit, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome aboard Ali the Hammer Salaam. Salaam. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the red trim. He weighed in at an even 148 pounds. This young man has 30 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, with 23 knockouts. He is a native of Steubenville, Ohio, and now residing in Jersey City, New Jersey. He is ranked number 6 by the International Boxing Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Bobby Joe Young. Young.
Yes, I want a clean fight. I want heavy punches, no clean punches, no low punches. Any knockdown, go to the further neutral corner, stay there until I tell you to come out. 3 knockdown, we end the fight automatically. Any question? Shake hand when the bell sound, come up, fight, and good luck.
Luis Rivera, the referee, for the main event, scheduled for 10. Ali Salaam, 27 years old. Bobby Joe Young is 29.
Now you saw the height difference there. Salaam at 6'1", Bobby Joe Young at 5'8". But don't be misled, because you don't hit a man with height, you hit him with reach. And just taking their jabbing arm, which I playfully call the Randy's reach, from chin to middle knuckle, 29 inches for Bobby Joe Young, 30 for Salaam. So it's only 1 inch pure reach advantage for Salaam.
Bobby Joe Young's last fight, as we mentioned, last August, 11 months ago, when he stopped Aaron Pryor in the 7th round. Ali Salaam's last fight just about a year ago, July 27th, when he was knocked out by Luis Santana in Inglewood, California. Salaam has been stopped in his last 2 fights, so this becomes a very important fight for him. Both these fighters have fought a couple of times in this ring. Ali Salaam in 1986 lost an 8-round decision to Al Santana, and then came back 6 weeks later and stopped Kel Robin in the 7th round. Nice body shots by Ali Salaam.
Salaam suffered an unfortunate loss back in March of 1987 to then unbeaten Philadelphian prospect Hugh Buttons Kearney. He had Kearney down in the fight, but suffered a cut eye, and despite the fact he was winning the fight, finally that cut eye precipitated the stoppage of the fight.
Good left hook by Salaam. It followed a real good body attack. That left hook just missed. And again, the left hook scores for Ali Salaam. Good pace thus far to this fight.
Bobby's got to put the pressure on, because if he lays back too much, that's exactly what Salaam wants, because then he'll get home with that jab and those combinations. See, he's taking charge. Trying to anyway.
Salaam's an effective counterpuncher. Coming to the end of round one. Sam Rosen and Randy Gordon ringside at Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. This is fight night at the Felt Forum. Round two scheduled for 10. Our main event. Good left hook by Bobby Joe Young in the white trunks. Ali Salaam in the blue. Smart move by Salaam. He reached out and grabbed Young. He said, let's stop fighting here.
Bobby Joe is one of the masters of turning a left jab into a left hook.
Come on, let it go, let it go, let it go. Come on.
Bobby Joe Young with 6 losses. A few of them have come in the junior middleweight division. He's better as a welterweight.
But when Bobby Joe started out as a pro in August of 1980, he lost a 4-round decision to Pedro Vallejo as a junior welterweight. After that fight, he said, I'm taking it out of the hands of the judges. Went on to knock out his next 8 straight opponents. Bobby Joe has experimented at 154 pounds, and he's not bad at that weight, but I really think that he's just too small at 5'8" to go walking around. He's not a Tony Ayala, if you remember him from just a few years ago.
Left hook taken on the gloves by Bobby Joe Young. Left hook to the body scored well.
This is what can win the fight for Salaam if he stays just far enough outside and uses that 1-inch reach advantage and just pecks away and tries to catch Bobby Joe walking in.
Watch your head. Ali, watch your head.
Voice you heard, Luis Rivera, the referee. Salaam is quick on doubling up with that left hook as well.
Well, his dad was a former top contender, middleweight and light heavyweight back in the late 50s, early 60s, Henry Hank. What a tricky fighter he was.
And Ali Salaam's style is not unlike his father's.
Last round, you see Salaam miss with the left jab and then take a hard left hook.
This is round 3. Bobby Joe Young coming up short with his jabs. Still hasn't been able to work himself inside. That time he did.
Don't expect either fighter to be really sharp tonight, because remember, Ali Salaam has not fought since July 27th, 1987, when he lost to Luis Santana, and Bobby Joe since last August when he beat Aaron Pryor. You can't stay sharp that way.
One thing Bobby Joe Young did say is that he has not stopped training during that period. He was preparing for a couple of fights that fell through, and he was ready.
Well, you know what happens when you train? You just get in shape. You really don't get extra sharp in training. The fighting, the real fire keeps you sharp.
Salaam, nice work on the inside.
That was some nice defensive maneuvers there. Some real artistry on the part of Salaam.
I think that reach advantage is bothering Bobby Joe Young.
A lot of times if a fighter, even if he only has a 1-inch reach advantage, but he uses that speed, if he gets that arm out there, if he beats you to the punch, what we call getting off first, it could drive the other man crazy. Right now, Bobby's just not stepping into his shots. He saw the arm punch there. He just let out with his left hand, never stepped into it.
Salaam coming up short with that last combination.
Well, let it go.
The hand speed in this fight is even, but that power showed Salaam almost down. I thought he might have gone down. I thought his gloves might have touched the canvas. Big left hook by Bobby Joe Young.
His body certainly went in several different directions.
Late in round 3.
Come on, step back.
That might have been the punch to turn this fight around.
Young came in with a left hand which may have knocked down Ali Salaam. Was Terry Steinbeck's drive a double or a home run? Did he go down?
What do you mean, was it a double? How could it be a double?
It was a double. It hit the top of the fence.
That's not a double.
And it went over.
That's fine. That's a home run. A double is if it bounces in the field, Randy. Hey, you got to learn your baseball, pal. Stick to boxing.
You don't need to. Thank you.
Different ground rules, different parts. A lot of the All-Stars said that should have been a double.
No. It's okay. It's a home run. This is round 4, scheduled for 10.
What do you want from a National League fan? Guarantee if Strawberry hit it, I wouldn't have said that.
Now let's see what Bobby Joe Young does here after that big left. Now, I gave that last round to Salaam, Randy, because I thought he did more for most of that round. That left could have turned it in his favor. Let's see. Ooh, good combination by Salaam.
And certainly that was a fine left hand by Salaam.
Salaam has responded. Bobby Joe Young has had to back off.
Let it go.
You've got Bobby Joe Young ahead 2-1.
I gave Bobby Joe that third round. Salaam certainly used his jab well during the round, but I thought that Young just kept it close enough, and then the final flurry late in the round may have given him the round.
Off the left shoulder of Salaam. It was heading for the target. Salaam with a good move. That time the left landed. Salaam feeling the effects. No knockdown, says Luis Rivera. I thought that he felt the after effects of that hook, and the knee touched the canvas.
I'm pretty sure the right knee of Salaam did hit the canvas, but that's a real judgment call. It was there maybe, what, a half second? But it's still, if it did go down and the referee sees it, then it is a knockdown.
Bobby Joe Young showing his power.
Tell you this, Salaam is a tough guy to put down.
Twice he's gotten hit with bombs from the left hand of Bobby Joe. Twice he's fallen apart, but neither time has he gone down.
Coming to the end of round 4. Bobby Joe Young starting to land some big punches on Ali Salaam. Let's check our fight night poll. Who will win the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship fight on July 31st? And the fans still by a margin of a little over 2-1 say Buddy McGirt will defeat Howard Davis Jr. We have one more pair of tickets to upcoming fight night here at the Felt Forum. 212-736-MSGN, the number to call our fight night poll. And July 31st at 2 o'clock, that big fight. Tickets available for that one. James Buddy McGirt, Howard Davis Jr. Buddy McGirt defending for the first time. Edwin Rosario will be on the card. Aaron Davis will be on the card. Get out to the Felt Forum if you can.
Once again, Salaam threw the left hand and had his hands down, missed with his shot, and got tagged. His knee did go down. I think that was a knockdown.
I thought so too.
It was not called a knockdown.
Max,
Here in New York, the scoring is done on a round system.
clean this over here. You gotta clean it. Too much water. Too much water.
You hear the voice of Luis Rivera in the corner of Ali Salaam telling them to wipe up the water. Good straight left scored by Bobby Joe Young. Some of those big punches of Bobby Joe Young have gotten in. They banged heads hard that time.
Yes, they did, and luckily I don't see blood on either man. But Bobby Joe threw a wild combination, was off balance after he missed the shots, and then took some nice counter shots in return. This is where Bobby Joe wants to be, on the inside, working the body and working those short hooks and uppercuts.
Sharp jab by Bobby Joe Young. He follows with the hook.
Bobby Joe still trying to cut down that reach advantage of Ali Salaam, trying to get there with a jab first.
Ali Salaam's jabs are coming a lot slower than they were before.
Nice body shot, real nice hard body shot from Bobby Joe.
And Salaam is missing with the jab. Where before it was an effective tool, now it's not doing anything.
A lot of times it's just an arm punch from Ali Salaam. See, that was a nothing. He just clawed out with the left hand.
Step back.
And if he keeps doing that, Bobby Joe's going to walk right through him and try to crush him with the right hand. Bobby was looking for a left hook to the body there. Tried 2 feints. When he found that they weren't working, he stepped back for a moment and regrouped.
That time the jab more effective for Ali Salaam. Late round 5.
You see Bobby Joe go inside, and as he did, the heads cracked, and Ali Salaam let go a left hook that Bobby Joe was lucky enough to pick off on his right hand.
This is round 6. Let's go to Randy's scorecard. And
I've given Bobby Joe the last 4 rounds. I think he's done enough work. And I know you had, I think that second round it was for Ali Salaam, which on your card would make it a little bit closer.
I went round 3 to Salaam.
That's a,
and I've got a 3-2 for Bobby Joe Young. Gave him the last 2 rounds. But in that 3rd round, this fight may have turned around late when Bobby Joe Young landed a big left hook that rocked Ali Salaam.
Ali Salaam just trying to waste some seconds in there, not burning up any energy. But he certainly isn't fighting at the pace he was in the first 2 or 3 rounds. And that jab really looks like it's lost snap.
Salaam is a smart fighter. He gives you enough moves with that body to twist out of the way of those punches. Bobby Joe Young with that quick left hand has been effective. Good straight right by Salaam.
Very nice exchange there, and Ali Salaam got the best of it. You're seeing some real nice nifty footwork on the part of Salaam, and that upper body. Look at the way he's just getting under shots. He's making Bobby Joe miss 2, 3, 4, 5 punches at a time. Whoops. Again, that right hand is finding a home for Salaam.
Been a good round for Ali Salaam. As he puts some pressure on, he's landed some good punches.
That right hand wobbled Bobby Joe.
Right hand off the top of the head. Salaam scoring big with the right.
You're going to see Salaam start opening up with that right hand.
Right hand. Bobby Joe Young counters.
So let go, let go. Come on, step back.
Half a minute left, round 6.
Over and over again, Salaam is firing that right hand. He sees the opening, and now he's going to start going a little right hand crazy. But you know what? Bobby Joe is not doing anything to block it. Again.
Coming to the end of round 6. Round 7 scheduled for 10 in our main event. Welterweights Bobby Joe Young and Ali Salaam. Bobby Joe Young in the white trunks. Bobby Joe Young ranked number 6 in the world by the IBF in the welterweight division, and hoping for a shot at one of the welterweight champions, Simon Brown.
We had one massive upset tonight. A top 10er, Lenny the Rage LaPaglia, knocked out by Art Jimerson. And now Ali Salaam looking to do the same thing to Bobby Joe and perhaps move into the world ratings.
Break.
I don't know if one win by Salaam would move him into the world ratings, but certainly a couple in a row would help him get up there. It would be a good start.
You never know with the way these ratings committees put their fighters together. You just never know.
Well, the problem with Salaam, as I mentioned earlier, record of 10-4, having lost his last 2 fights and not having fought in a year.
Punches out, Bobby.
While we talk about mediocre records, let's say congratulations to Freddie Pendleton. Talk about a mediocre record. What is it? Something like 25-12 around there?
I think it was 22-15.
And at one time he was 12-12, I think it was.
Break.
Just beat Rasai Aluja Bramble.
Well, Freddie Pendleton is here. He's done a tremendous turnaround in the Gersh stables. What a great job they've done and made Freddie Pendleton
Let it go.
a top contender.
Another guy was Kelvin Seabrooks, who went on to become a champion and make several defenses. You saw him last week take on Orlando Canizales, lose to Orlando in one of the fights of the year.
They've got a youngster out of the Golden Gloves who will be making his pro debut in 2 weeks, Fred Liberatore.
You just saw Bobby McCarthy a while ago. You're going to see Freddie Liberatore at 126. You're going to fall in love with the kid in 2 weeks. A featherweight Rocky Marciano.
Good combination, good flurry by Ali Salaam.
Break.
Bobby Joe now a bit listless.
Yeah, very quiet in this round.
Well, when you go to the dentist, sometimes you get some Novocaine, and I think those right hands last round have begun to numb Bobby Joe just a bit.
Now break. Come on, step back. Come on. Come on. Let it go, let it go. Come on,
Final
stop.
seconds of round 7. work by Ali Salaam as he comes out quickly.
Last round was the slowest round of the fight. Both guys taking a bit of a breather. It's been a fairly fast pace. Let's not compare it to the Lenny LaPaglia Art Jimerson pace, which was just brutal.
That was war. That was barroom brawl stuff.
And if you missed it a while ago, that's too bad. You missed a good one.
Lenny LaPaglia stopped in the 6th round by Art Jimerson.
That certainly was a wild one, but nothing I think will ever compare, Sam. I remember hearing you on television call the Troy Darrow fight against Pedro Estrada.
That was an unbelievable fight.
Who now sadly is on the FBI's most wanted list.
A real sad story. That was one of the great fights in many, many years here at the Felt Forum.
Now let it go. Come on.
Bobby Joe coming in with that 1-2, but they're getting smothered on the inside. And Salaam says, no, I'm not going to stand that.
Salaam throws a lot of arm punches. Doesn't set on his punches, and therefore doesn't show you much power. He keeps working, though.
There, you saw Salaam try to spin around. He does a lot of that, trying to spin left or spin right. And as he's spinning, he throws punches. But they're arm punches, as you say.
He's got quick combinations. He's got fast hands. Just doesn't have the power. He hasn't been able to stop Bobby Joe Young at all in his tracks. Hurt him. What Salaam has shown is an ability to come back after being rocked a couple of times in this fight.
The man Bobby Joe beat in his last fight, Aaron the Hawk Pryor, sadly is looking for a license to resume his career once again. And I just think that the Hawk is too far gone.
Pace of this fight is slow the last 2 rounds. Bobby Joe Young trying to finish strong. 9 scorecards check. Randy says Bobby Joe Young.
I've given Salaam only 2 rounds in the fight. Sam, you agree with that?
I've got the fight even.
Whoa.
I've got the fight even.
A lot of the rounds very, very close. Not copping out on you.
I understand.
And I think we could see some weird scoring at the end of it. I think what you're seeing now is the effect of the layoff we talked about earlier. 11 months for Bobby Joe Young. Just about 1 year for Ali Salaam. And you're going to see fighters slow down. They're going to fight at a slower pace, especially as the fight goes into its later rounds. And you're not going to see either fighter be sharp. In an absolutely, I thought was just a very entertaining fight, Sugar Ray Leonard against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Both had been off for quite a while. Yet Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin, neither guy was very sharp that night. But because of how the fight was built up, everybody said, wow, what a great fight this is.
I think everybody was looking at 2 of the greats of all time.
But layoffs hurt a fighter no matter who they are.
Glancing left hook scores for Salaam.
You know, you look at the guys who try to come back. Sugar Ray Leonard did come back and he got away with it. But he says he wants to keep fighting. How long can he get away with it?
Well, he's talking about coming back again, and a lot of serious talk that he may go with Donnie Lalonde.
I keep hearing Sugar Ray Leonard say, I don't want a career. I've had a career. I just want Marvin. Now he just wants this guy, and he wants that guy. God bless him.
Donnie Lalonde, light heavyweight champion. They may fight at 168 pounds, which means Sugar Ray would have to gain about 17 pounds. I think he's about 151 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
He looks so trim. It would be great if they could fight for 2 titles at once. The WBC's 168-pound title and Donnie Lalonde's WBC 175-pound title. If Leonard pulled that off, that would be 5 titles.
That would be interesting.
See, that's what can make that fight interesting. And then he'd look at Tommy Hearns and say, gotcha. And right now, these guys are trying to gotcha. Standing in close, still throwing arm punches, both looking wearier and wearier as the fight is going on. I know Bobby Joe wants Simon Brown, but I think Simon Brown is the best welterweight on this planet right now. And I think right now, I think Brown beats anybody.
Wow. That's quite a statement.
Well, you got Hunnigan out there, you got Marlon Starling, and I think they're real good fighters, but I think Brown is a complete fighter. I think he's like a Buddy McGirt.
Left hook scores for Young in round 9. Set for round 10. Bobby Joe Young ready to go. Here comes Ali Salaam off the stool, and here they go in a close fight. There have been no knockdowns.
Well, maybe.
Salaam went down in the 4th. It was ruled a slip.
Bobby Joe has been this route before. Maybe the toughest fight he was ever in was in March of 1982 against Kevin the Spoiler Howard in Philadelphia. Those guys left chunks of themselves in the ring that night.
Brutal fight.
Bobby Joe lost the decision. And I don't know that he's ever been the same fighter again. Kevin Howard, I don't think, was ever the same fighter. Certainly Bobby Joe's given nothing less than 100% every time out.
This has been an evenly matched fight. Real good matchup.
Step back.
And Ali Salaam has shown some real good parts to his fight game. Good speed. He's had a lack of punching power. Bobby Joe Young has shown some power in that left hand. But his timing has been a little off, and he's missed a lot. Johnny Lobianco, Carol Castellano, and Georgie Colon, the judges at ringside for this fight.
Come on, break.
Be a tough one to score.
Left uppercut a little bit low by Ali Salaam.
Break.
It's amazing that these guys have thrown so many punches at one another, especially in the last few rounds, albeit arm punches. Not many have landed. That was a nice hand. Sharp right hand. It was, I think, a right hand by Salaam.
I thought the left by Bobby Joe landed.
Yeah, we each were watching different hands.
Salaam backing off.
Come on, let it go. Break. Break.
Louis Rivera, one of those guys who likes to get close but not touch the fighters, just holler break, and the fighters listen to Louis. Let's see if they do now. Nope. Okay, step back.
They're a little tired.
Let's hang on a few more seconds.
That's right. They're looking for the extra seconds rest. Salaam missing a lot here in the 10th round. End of the fight.
Very good.
Close one. I think. I gave it to Bobby Joe Young 6-4.
I had it by a wider margin, maybe even as wide as 8-2.
Okay. Ali Salaam. He wants to get things on track after a year's layoff. Bobby Joe Young hopes this is a successful tune-up for a challenge for the welterweight championship.
Good job, referee. Thank you. Good job. Thank you.
You heard Luis Rivera being applauded by Ali Salaam.
That's one of the few times I've ever heard that. He walked over and said, nice job, referee, nice job.
Good effort on the part of both fighters. Again, I think the layoff, as Randy mentioned, showing its effect in the last 3 or 4 rounds of the fight. All right, cards have been collected, and we've got a decision. So let's go to Ed Darian, and he'll announce it to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scoring by rounds as follows. Judge Georgie Colon, he observed the fight at 6-4. Judge Johnny Lo Bianco, he watched the fight at 7-3. And Judge Carol Castellano, she scored it 6-3 with 1 round even. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Bobby Joe Young.
Bobby Joe Young. A very important fight for him, and a disappointed Ali Salaam leaves the ring. A good effort on his part. It was close. He had some chances, but he wore down late in the fight. Bobby Joe Young takes the unanimous decision. We'll be back with more Fight Night at the Felt Forum in a moment. For Howard Davis, brings it in just under a 2-1 margin. Buddy McGirt 156, Howard Davis 79 when they meet July 31st here at the Felt Forum, Sunday afternoon for the IBF welterweight, junior welterweight championship. Randy is standing by with a welterweight contender and the winner, Bobby Joe Young. Randy?
Bobby Joe, it's a unanimous decision, but were you happy with yourself tonight?
Well, first of all, thank you, Jesus, for the win. And well, I was in a sense happy, Randy, because I've been off for 11 months, and I was in condition to go, 10 good rounds, but the sharpness wasn't there. No excuses. The man really fought me a good fight. I mean, 10-4 record proved that he was definitely a good caliber fighter.
You're still ready for a title shot next? Is that what you want?
It definitely. The 10 rounds definitely helped me, and thank you to Tommy Parks and Bob Ross for taking over my career and moving me into a position where I'm going to win the welterweight title. This fight has nothing to do with my performance when I fight for the title. I'm going to win.
Bobby Joe Young with the unanimous decision victory here tonight. Let's go back to ringside and Sam Rosen.
Thanks, Randy. Congratulations to Bobby Joe Young. 2 weeks from tonight, Fight Night at the Felt.